Hello there.
Now, this might seem like a long shot, but I feel like we're all winners in this case because I am watching an absolutely fantastic show and you guys are watching me react to an absolutely fantastic show in which you guys have already seen. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content because that means we are all winners in this case. So what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 23-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, shooting his shot, baby. And today, I can't believe I'm already saying this, but we are up to the season finale of Better Call Saul Season 4, titled Winner. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to smash this thing. We're just gonna have some fun with it, and yeah, let's try and smash 200 likes on this video. We haven't hit 200 likes, I think, on a Better Call Saul video. Let's try and smash Better Call Saul episode 10 of season 4, 200 likes, and maybe I'll give a double upload for the opening episodes of season 5. So yeah, let's get into the reaction and smash this thing. Let's have some fun. Let's go. I checked the other day and I saw that season 6 is actually 13 episodes, which means more Better Call Saul.
My name is Kenneth Kazanjian, partner with the firm Reeves and Green. I'm here before you today to vouch for Daniel Stark.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Charles McGill, senior partner at Hamlin McGill. I stand before you to vouch for my brother, James Morgan McGill.
Is this for the initiation ceremony?
Daniel Scott, solo proprietor, and I have the pleasure to stand and vouch today for.
Yeah, this is the admission ceremony, I think. Come on, get it, Ernie. Kill it.
No, I'm not doing that. Pick something else.
Yes, you are singing
I'm
that
not
with
doing
me.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Come on, Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's go.
I'm gonna do one by myself.
No, this is my night. I'm a lawyer now, right? I've been barred for a whole 3 hours. You know, you don't sing that with me, I sue you.
Okay, well, I'll just sue you right back.
Then I double sue you.
I need that chemistry
Well,
with
could
Kim
be,
and Jimmy
you know,
now.
once my full powers are unleashed. You
We don't have that snappy dialogue now. It's too professional.
Man, Ernie's really going for it.
Yes, he is.
We need more Ernie in the show. MVP.
Chuck's gonna bail. I was hoping tonight he might, you know, mingle with the lady folk.
Wait, I just want to rewind. I want to look at Michael McKean's facial expressions when he had to admit
Joseph Adamson,
and
Anderson Field and Wright. It's
swear
my pleasure
for
to
Jimmy.
stand before you this afternoon and vouch for Gina Robles. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Charles McGill, senior partner at Hamlin McGill. I stand before you to vouch for my brother, James Morgan McGill.
I don't know.
Nathaniel Scott, solo proprietor, and I have the pleasure to stand and vouch today.
Look at Nathaniel Scott. Look at his like sort of tone of voice. It feels like Chuck was being forced to say it. Like, I don't know. It feels like he didn't want to say that.
I don't want to talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. Get up here. No. I played on my car. Loser standing. Yes! Let's go, let's go! Yeah. Thinking I belong there.
Come on, let's go. The brother duet.
Play by the rules. The gods may throw the dice. The winner takes it all.
Okay, watch your step, Jimmy. All the way. That's it. That's it.
McGill and McGill, the brothers McGill. I'm a lawyer, and you're a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer, and you're a lawyer.
Nelson, your mouth, not your hands.
Yeah. Good night.
The winner takes it all.
The loser has to fall.
I think those lyrics are very symbolic.
Victory. That's her destiny.
I figured it made sense. Building me a fence, building me a home.
I love how we sort of ended, or began, sorry, season 4, episode 1 with probably Jimmy and Chuck's relationship being the most distant it's ever been. Obviously, because Chuck had passed away, but it didn't end on good terms, and we all know that. But it's interesting. I love the symbolism, and I love the writing choice to begin the final season of the season that Chuck had passed away, with the brothers being closer than ever before, I guess. I feel like it's one of the closest scenes, or it's like one of the best bonds we've seen this entire series, of them sleeping in the same bed with one another, singing the same song, and almost linking arms. And yeah, we saw last episode, the 2 episodes ago. I'm losing track of the episodes because of how fast I'm watching them. We saw the divider constantly in the beginning montage with Kim and Jimmy, and this one, that was even when Jim and Kimmy were sleeping in the same bed. But in this situation right here, there was nothing to divide the 2 brothers, and it was almost like a small queen size single bed right there, and it was probably one of the happiest moments, and it was Jimmy's most exciting day. And I love how this show decides to use that, you know, light blue sort of hue and color grading for the flashback scenes. And then in this flashback scene as well, you sort of had the blue and light blue and white balloons as well to accompany that right there. And I just think it was such a surreal scene. And I was a bit pessimistic during the scene. I was like, is Chuck going to try and one-up Jimmy somehow? Or is he always going to try and get the moral high ground to outshine Jimmy somehow with his singing? Does he think he's better than everyone at that pub as well? That's why he doesn't want to stay. And obviously he's a little bit cut deep down about Jimmy's success in becoming a lawyer, especially having to admit him and swear an oath and sort of like be that individual, to sort of be that reference to him, knowing where Jimmy sort of got his law degree from, the University of American Samoa. But yeah, very interesting opening scene to begin season 4's finale.
You two go to the train and bus stations and use the cover story. You stay with the crew. You keep them on lockdown.
You got it.
I don't think one guy on the crew's enough.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I arranged for my wife to wire me money from Frankfurt, Germany to the U.S. The problem is, she didn't tell me which branch.
Watermelon pickles. Watermelon pickles. 1,001, 1,002. Oh yes, I remember. And he spoke of you both quite fondly.
That means a lot. I feel bad we lost touch for so long.
Well, you're here today, so.
Is he milking the accent
I saw
again?
the notice about the law library dedication this weekend, and today was the anniversary of...
I can't believe it's been a year.
It still doesn't make any sense.
Insurance job.
So nice to meet you.
God bless.
Bless you. Very thoughtful.
Oh man, that is a low blow if I've ever seen one.
Hey, you need some water?
Coffee. And give me one of these bear claws, please.
You better pace yourself, though. It's gonna be a long day.
Yeah.
Is he doing shifts for individuals to potentially visit Chuck's grave and maybe ask for favors or find the right individual? I was about to say, right, we began with sort of like a beautiful medium long shot of this luscious green scenery and Jimmy surrounded by Chuck's grave. And I was about to say, this is the most vibrant interaction in terms of color grading and scenery I've ever seen between Jimmy and Chuck. And Chuck's not even on screen. And I was just like, okay, maybe there's been a change in character. Maybe he's reminiscing that he's got the rejection and he's going to appeal. Or like, this is his lowest low. And yeah, maybe asking his brother. But no, I saw the insurance job right through it. The accent, the tone of voice, you can just see it. And then the fact that Kim's there waiting as well and in on it. Biggest low blow. I did not like standing at your brother's. Oh man.
But we got customers already. That's a good sign. I was afraid no one would show up.
Using your brother's grave as a business.
How'd it look?
How'd it feel?
Felt like I looked sad.
That's shocking on Jimmy's behalf.
What's the headstone like?
I'm sorry. Even Kim being in on it. Kim should know better.
It's tasteful.
Lalo, my brother.
Hermoso cariño.
Lalo. If there's an actor that you can define as having fun in this show, it's this individual right here. Having a blast no matter what the scenario is. The man could be about to be hung, and he'll make it fun.
If he just walked in, I didn't care about what he did.
Wow, I really can't.
He is my brother-in-law, and we're very worried about him. He has early-stage dementia. On top of that, he's a diabetic. He doesn't have his medicine, and my wife is beside herself.
Oh, no.
We talked long distance to their sister, Marguerite, back in Germany. She said Werner called, ranting and raving, wanting her to send money, and, well...
Look, yeah, he was here. But you missed him. He left about an hour ago.
Oh, no. Damn. Just took the money and left.
Yeah.
Any chance that I might have a peek at your security videos, see who got him?
Police work.
Oh, I get it. Not company policy.
He was here a good half hour or so before his money order came through. He asked if his money came, but not yet.
You mind?
Oh.
Let me take the wheel. Everyone's putting impressions on this episode. I hope the mic sounds good this episode as well, because I made a few tinkers and
Can I see it?
and I'm risking it in the finale of season 4 with the new mic settings.
If I can find him before the wife gets here, let me bring him in and finish what he started. His crew can't do it without him. If Ziegler disappears, you are left with the most expensive hole in the ground this side of the Mississippi.
No eye
You
contact
can find him.
whatsoever. I love it.
This is on me. I'll fix it. Read it to me. What they talk about? No, after that. After the dog.
This ain't no brother-in-law.
They were gonna go on vacation.
Hey there. Did you find your brother-in-law? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's swell. I've got this man ready for this episode again.
Yes, I'm
Whoever's been
calling for
asking.
one of your guests. Werner Ziegler. Right. You're sure? And there's no reservation under that name?
Con el amo de la plaza hay que tener más cuidado porque se ve muy tranquilo.
This man is gonna cause so much havoc, and I'm here for it.
I won't lie, it's been a tough year. But I'm proud to say Hamlin McGill is back and going strong. It's his lasting legacy, which is why this couldn't be more appropriate. I know this would have meant the world to him. A good and proper memorial for a man who was...
That's a nice touch.
Many things, but always a lawyer first.
On behalf of the whole school, we want to thank you.
Me? No, I didn't donate any of this. I'm just a guest.
Really? Dude, I'm pretty sure I heard someone say you paid for all of it. Yeah.
Well, I didn't. I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't.
The invitation says anonymous donor.
I assume that meant HHM.
I happen to know Mr. James McGill paid for the reading room himself.
Really? The brother did this?
I saw him write the check.
The gossiping, the whispers.
This is quite an event. Looks like half the attorneys in the Southwest are here.
They all came for Chuck.
I heard someone say that Jimmy paid for all this himself.
Sincere.
Prefer to remain anonymous.
I guess even a year out, an event like this can be tough.
I'd better go check on him. Thanks for coming, Rich.
This is wrong on like using your brother. Oh, like it's all right if he felt anything about his dad. Like if you actually
Almost
cared.
time to go back in. $23,000. I can't believe I wrote a $23,000 check for this. You know, I don't even see anyone from the Bar Association in there.
We still have almost a week. Someone on the board will hear about this and they'll believe it because they heard it from a colleague.
Listen, it's a smart play,
I know word
but
gets around, but she crosses to her door. It's warm to the touch. She opens it. Wall of flames. Her clerk's chamber's on fire, and she's trapped. But then, through the fire and smoke, a figure emerges. It's Jimmy McGill. See, I rescue a judge. Now that people are going to talk about, and it's too big.
I love Kim's
And
reaction
that's
right
not how
there.
I
She's
come
like,
back from insincere. Right.
Okay. Want to go back in? Get your money's worth?
Yeah, I'm starving. Those little hamburgers are looking good. All right, I'm allowed to pay for the food, but I'm too sad to eat.
Z-I-E.
there was one comment that said that a lot of the fan base actually thinks that Jimmy and Kim is like their love is true love. And if that's a representation of true love, I don't want it. I want that Shrek and Fiona true love. All right, I want that far, far away land love. Okay, not this one. What if this is true? I don't want it. I replied to the comment saying I don't want it. I want that Shrek and Fiona love. And I was about to quote J. Cole and say I want that Jada and that Will love, but we all know how that's going at the moment. So that line needs to be removed from existence.
G-L-E-R.
Is he gonna ram into that guy? Oh, okay, no. Oh, he's gonna jam the parking ticket machine. Smart play.
Go! Sorry, it's just not working. Machine is stuck. The north gate.
Unlucky Lalo. Everywhere I go, I see his face.
All right, if everyone's ready. What can you tell us about that?
Oh, it was...
This is Marcy Ramirez. She's from Moriarty High. Please. She's captain of the debate team.
The arrogance on these
What's
kids.
your
I
strategy
can
gonna
see
be,
it.
Marcy?
I think it'll...
This is Franklin Pickett. He's from Manzano High. Please have a seat. Franklin is school president. And he wrote a play. Franklin, what can you tell us about your play? It's Theodora. How did you get interested in Ethiopia?
Well,
Christy, what's it like working with elders?
it was...
Raymond, how'd you manage that?
I think the second last girl got the most words. It was.
Can I let them go?
Have they had lunch?
Yes.
Unless there's any additional questions. Oh, did they all get the...
Yes, they did.
Great. Thank them again before leaving. Here's where we are.
Is this a scholarship or something in honor of
Chen,
Chuck?
6 votes. Duncan Springer, 6 votes. Marcy Ramirez, 5 votes. Franklin Pickett, Theodora Moon, and Tristan Bolger, 3 votes each. And Christy Esposito, 1 vote.
Aw.
Well, looks like we have 3 scholarships
Yeah,
to give.
it is a
3
scholarship.
front runners. So unless there's any disagreement, I think we can... Jimmy?
Yeah. The one vote for Christy Esposito, that was me. And for what it's worth, I think we should give her another look.
Esposito, that's the shoplifter.
The shoplifter. Right, that's right. I mean, her grades are good. Her essay is, well, that experience is what got her interested in the law. And it's really good. It's really good.
And my point is that maybe someone who's been in trouble, someone
Parallels.
who doesn't have a perfect record, you know, who's made mistakes and faced the consequences, maybe she brings something that the others don't. I think that deserves real consideration.
Jimmy, you make a hell of an argument. How about we take another vote?
You know what I like about that scene right there? Obviously, you've seen a change in demeanor in Howard as well. And I guess because all of these things, even the functioning, I know, of Charles, getting members from all the sort of law firms down from the Southwest down, like even probably the board committee, even having, you know, the scholarship initiative, it all helps in terms of building the firm's reputation up again. So I guess that's why Howard is probably on board with this. Listen, in terms of Jimmy and Kim's situation, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I feel like it's coming from such a hollow place. Like the intention is so selfish, because we know the main objective and goal is to obviously rebuke or sort of like sort of abolish that insincere argument right there and do everything in terms of Charles's name. Now, I think Jimmy is probably seething at the option of doing this, but it's probably the best option in terms of achieving reinstatement. Obviously, I am not on board with Jimmy's intentions, even Kim being on board and supportive of it. Maybe deep down, Kim feels that this is wrong, but she hasn't told Jimmy and is just sucking it up because it is actually the best way to go. But in terms of building HHM's reputation again, this is absolutely fantastic, offering 3-4 scholarships, and doing all these programs, having even the new library in terms of Charles's honor, being on video and probably going to local newspapers and everything. It's all good for the firm, and that's why I think Howard's demeanor has changed.
Hey, Jimmy McGill, we met inside.
Oh, hi.
Hi. You didn't get it. You were never gonna get it. They dangle these things in front of you. They tell you you got a chance, but I'm sorry, it's a lie, because they'd already made up their mind and they knew what they were going to do before you walked in the door.
Christy's situation is similar to Jimmy and the committee last episode.
Forgetting it. As far as they're concerned, your mistake is just, it's who you are, and it's all you are. I mean, they're not going to give it to you, so what? You're going to take it. You're going to do whatever it takes. Do you hear me? You are not going to play by the rules. You're going to go your own way. You're going to do what they won't do. You're going to be smart. You are going to cut corners, and you are going to win. They're on the 35th floor. You're going to be on the 50th floor. You're going to be looking down on them. And the higher you rise, the more they're going to hate you. Good, good. You rub their noses in. You make them suffer. You don't matter all that much to them. So what? So what? Screw them. Remember, the winner takes it all.
I've got to go get my bus.
That was a great pep talk.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you, right?
Yes. I think I do.
All right. All right, go get them.
Great inspiration there. You know what? Like, a lot of people may disagree in terms of, like, you know, don't play by the rules. But I feel like a lot of people in those industries, especially law, to get to the top, you're going to have to trample on others to get there. In my opinion, in my honest opinion, from what I've seen and experienced in the legal industry and what people have told me, you're going to have to step on others to get to the top. And some people, you know, they're happy with staying at a certain level. And like, I feel like, I feel like I don't have it in me. My personality, the way I was raised, to trample on people and stuff, because it's just not me. It's just not me. But some people who get to the top, and I understand this from my boss as well, they're complete savages. Like, the winner takes all. He's right here. Like, to get to the top, like I said, you have to be savages. You have to trample on people. You have to cut corners sometimes and rule bend. Like, I'm guessing not all those people that got to the top did it by being perfect. They cut corners. They were like obviously had to bend the rules a little bit. Sometimes it's a situation of work smart, not hard, and yeah, maybe a lot of people were sacrificed in that sort of journey to the top, because the journey to the top is not always a clean one. Most of the time, it's not always a clean one. There's probably one moment, one instance where one individual probably regrets, or like, I don't know if you guys agree with me in this like point right here, but I feel like Jimmy is right there in that speech to Christy, because he's basically training her up to become basically do what it takes to get to the top, because if you do want to get to the top, and if you really want it that bad, it's not going to be a clean and sort of smooth road. It's going to be a bumpy road. There's going to be a lot of hurdles, and to overcome those hurdles, it's not necessarily sometimes might not necessarily be a good way to get over that hurdle, or like the right way to get over that hurdle. You might have to do something that might damage someone else, and it all depends on who you are as an individual. If you're a complete savage, if you're completely ruthless, you know what, sometimes you got to respect it, because to get to the top, you got to be that type of individual. And my boss at work is that type of ruthless individual. You know, he's professional, he's unbelievable, but he's very nice as well. He's unbelievably nice. But to get to the top, to get to where he was, yeah, you have to be a complete savage. You have to be completely arbitrary sometimes, and you got to be a stone cold killer to get to the top, to where he is. Not obviously literally a killer, but like in terms of your methodology, in terms of the way you engage with people, the way you conduct your work and things like that. You have to build up your reputation. And yeah, I hope you guys get what I was trying to say right there. The first genuine, I think, sorrowful moment from Jimmy this entire series.
No.
That was very interesting right there, because I feel like I was saying literally right before now, I think this is the first outpour regarding Chuck's death we see with Jimmy, and I think it perfectly contrasts the opening of the episode, just to remind us how much earlier on Jimmy cared for Chuck. And we've seen that throughout this season, how much he's basically thrown that away because of the lasting words Chuck delivered to Jimmy, and how that relationship ended. But I feel like right there, even though he played a part in Chuck's death, I feel like, in my opinion, Jimmy, regarding the insurance and just mentally, getting him to that stage, I feel like right there, that was a symbolic moment, whereas Jimmy this entire season has probably been concealing those emotions from Howard and Kim, deep down, like he's been storing how he actually feels. And I feel like right there, having the car not start, having this fantastic sort of half and half lighting in the parking lot when no one is there. It's just Jimmy sort of in his own darkness, in his own void right there. And it's his first moment of outpouring of emotions regarding Chuck's death. And it's like in the beginning of throughout, I think, the quarter episode, in the quarter of this episode, we saw Jimmy at Chuck's grave. In the most vibrant, sort of saturated lighting with beautiful colors, the flowers, and I said the vibrant green of nature and everything, and he was fake sobbing. But now we get to this sort of darker, much more, I was about to say washed color grading, but it's like it's almost like sinister the way they depicted that color grading right there. Everything is washed, not not washed. Everything is much more dim and darkly lit, and obviously even right there was no sort of shine on Jimmy's face as he had that sort of side on medium shot. It was sort of all covered in shadow. Like, we never really got to see him sob, but you just saw, I guess, the outline of his face doing that. And I think that was the first genuine outcry of Jimmy revolving Chuck's death and everything that he has done. And I think it's also symbolic that comes after his awesome speech to Christy right there, because he's sort of, and it so happens to be that Christy's a shoplifter as well, so I think he sees parallels with her there, and his journey is sort of like similar to what Christy was as he was in his youth, sort of trying to make that grind towards the top. And yeah, very interesting right there. I'm loving this episode so far, and we've still got a long way to go. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Hey, my friend was here earlier. Bald fella? So tall?
Yeah. Did they find his brother-in-law? Is he okay?
No. No, we haven't found him yet. I'm really worried.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So I was wondering if there's maybe something that, my friend missed.
Everyone's tracking down the brother-in-law.
I showed him everything I've got.
Show me what you showed him.
This is hilarious.
Maybe
man.
you should just call your friend. Travel Wire, this is Fred. 4th Street. Nearest cross street is Lomas.
Is he gonna turn to have the
10
gun
PM?
pointed at him?
Yeah. Okay, have a great day.
Fred's been through the ringer today. Oh no, he just left. Oh, he snuck in. Yo, Lalo, what the my guy, Diaz, the chameleon. I think that says a lot about how much he's gonna be a nuisance in this show. And I'm all here for it. Please tell me Fred is just knocked out. No! Not the blood smear. No! Can someone confirm or deny whether Fred is dead? Please, please!
Is there a Mr. Ziegler here?
Oh, the
Mr.
Crocs.
Werner Ziegler?
The Crocs.
Yes, I am Ziegler.
There's a call for you.
Ah, yes. I see. Is Mr. Fring very upset?
What do you think? Please let him know the work will continue. Did Michael show him my letter? I explained everything.
No. Michael hasn't shared that with Mr. Fring.
Oh,
The
no.
letter has specific instructions. My men will be able to continue a few days without me. The concrete is standing by. They can stop pouring. It's very straightforward.
Kai will not...
The concrete... I'm sorry, I didn't get that last part. Could you repeat that?
Werner? Mr. Ziegler?
Michael.
Is that you? You couldn't write this shit! Cinema! Straight out of superhero movie.
I'm so sorry. Get dressed.
Work into it more gradually.
I keep thinking about that scene with Christy and Jimmy right there, and Jimmy crying afterwards. Was Jimmy not crying because of Chuck at all? Like, he's empty about Chuck. His feelings about Chuck are said and done in terms of he doesn't care at all. And he was crying because he sees Christy being a victim like himself, if that makes sense. Like, Christy being, like, blackballed and being sort of done dirty because of her previous reputation of shoplifting. Like, despite her grades being good, just that one experience sort of had her had her reputation being tarnished. And he saw a similar sort of backstory, like his in Christy. He saw a younger Jimmy right there, a younger slipping Christy right there, and she's gonna have to work her way up. That's why he gave her that speech, because he'd had to experience similar things, and he had to work his way around it. He didn't have to he didn't go to the top, obviously, law colleges and law universities, and he's basically telling Christy, you know, You're going to have to work your way around it, and the winner takes all eventually. And that's why he felt sorry, because Christie's another prime example of himself. That's why he was crying, because he felt deeply sorry that there's potentially another version of himself out there, and he just saw it firsthand experience. He was in the room right there, and that's what's happened to him all his life. Possibly.
The law plans, then remorse, then brother, then legacy. What do you think? Everything okay?
Yeah.
There's so many ways you can see it.
We gave 3 very bright young people scholarships.
Good.
I could say whatever I want. To the board, I'm still that guy.
Well, you gotta say something.
What if,
Even the song in the beginning, I think it was the ABBA song, talked about the winner taking all. And Jimmy obviously said that to Christy as well.
what if Chuck does the talking for me?
Wait here.
Why do I have a feeling Werner ain't gonna make it out of this one? They've spent too much time building up his character for him to continue to live on. That's just my opinion. My guy just wanted some R&R. Sure, the way he went about it wasn't right, but...
Where are you now?
Out by an old raceway off 55, about 8 miles north of San Ysidro.
What did he tell them?
Nothing useful.
You're certain?
Yes. You have any idea who it was?
I do.
All right, I'll bring him in now.
No. Keep him there. Wait.
I'd go another way.
That I know.
That'd be a mistake.
This discussion serves no purpose. Wait where you are.
I have to commend the editing of this episode. It's beautifully constructed. Like, it's outstanding.
I'll take care of it.
Are you sure?
Oh!
Yes.
No! Oh, man, if you're gonna... Damn it. Fuck, he's gonna have to take out... Damn it! You're gonna have to take him out. That means you gotta take out the wife as well. You don't want the wife grieving, man.
Get out.
Let them both rest.
I thought I would come back and my friend Michael would be very, very angry. But in time, he would understand and forgive.
My friend Michael.
It was never up to me.
Margareta will land any minute. Soon she will be at the motel. Please, take me back there. Let us be together for a little,
He sounds so
see
innocent.
me and know everything is okay.
Fuck!
Ah, please, Michael. I go back now. I go back in the morning. What difference can it make?
It's not gonna happen.
Let me speak to Mr. Fring. I will explain everything. I will make him understand.
You're not gonna talk to Fring.
Ah, please, I know. If
Werner, nothing you can say or do will make anyone trust you again.
It's made up. The decision's been made. Khalas.
Yes.
I need you to call her now.
Last words.
She landed an hour ago.
But she knows nothing.
And you need to keep it that way. She's being followed. She can't suspect. It doesn't matter what you tell her as long as she goes back where she belongs.
Ah, balls. You know what? Before this happens here, and I'm just prepping myself for the worst, I love how these last 2 episodes have been all about, like, they've been heavy on characters making decisions, and the characters that make those decisions have been subject to punishment. No. How do I explain myself here? So Jimmy, in his instance right here, he's obviously done things in the past and he slipped up by not being sincere in sort of like his presentation to the committee, and they'd made that decision subject to an appeal that was, you know, final. And it's subject to an appeal. Obviously, he still has his case to plead. And here, Werner has made a decision in which not a committee of obviously has determined his punishment, but obviously Gus and those involved have determined his punishment. And I'm guessing it is just to take him out, and Mike has to be the one to have blood on his hands here. But it's interesting that Werner has also had the chance to sort of plead his case and get away around it, whereas in this instance, unlike Jimmy, there's no option for appeal. He's pleading his case, but the decision is final. And that's because as well of I feel like it's a combination of a lot of things, and it doesn't help that Lalo's been involved, as he's literally stirred the pot here. But what this episode has done absolutely well is balance the two stories, and that's a testament as well to the editing, the placement of scenes. It had a knack for, Jimmy breaking down in the car, and then it sort of switched again to a comedic scene with Lalo interacting with Fred, but obviously you saw how serious that got. And there was also another scene in season 4, or sort of another sort of mashup of sequences where you had Mike going around being the security man with Madrigal, and I was absolutely laughing my ass off. But then it cut to Chuck's ceremony, and I was trying to hold myself with laughter, but it blends the tones absolutely seamlessly. And this episode has done a great job at making me invested in both the storylines, with the cartel, with Gus, with Mike, with Werner. And then I'm like, I want to get back to the Jimmy stuff as well. Then I'll be with the Jimmy stuff, then I'll be like, I want to get back to the Werner investigation as well, because there's so many great characters on both sides, and it's absolutely phenomenal.
Liebste? Hallo. Ja, du... Oh, du mietest das Auto. Aha. Oh, ja.
Mike better freshen up on his German.
Ich habe ganz schlechte Nachrichten. If she doesn't hear a word from me, she will ask questions. She will go to the police.
There'll be a story, an accident. Lawyers will visit, German lawyers. Her questions will be answered.
Does you swear?
Yes, I swear.
He's accepted his fate.
And my men?
They're going home. They'll be okay. They're trusted.
There are so many stars visible in New Mexico. I will walk out there to get a better look.
Yo. How are you gonna make a death look so beautiful?
Truly. Herculean.
I'm sorry, I gotta get one more look at that extreme long shot there. That extreme wide long shot of Mike walking behind Werner with the stars. Wow. Like, that's a wallpaper worthy right there. Like, the outline of the mountains, the shadows of the characters, the sort of dark blue into the black of the... Oh, man.
Wow. I mean, with a series of fans and the right equipment, I am certain that I could do a rudimentary cook, at the very least.
Not until it is ready.
I am gonna go up and check the... Okay.
Gus ain't having it this episode. He is not having it at all. Who's gonna finish off the lab? It's done.
This should do it. Chuck wrote a good letter, huh?
Chuck wrote a great letter. It's not just the words, though, you know?
It's crazy how the letter in which he read in such an uninterested, hollow and unemotional tone earlier in the season has come back to be used as a weapon against the committee. And he's probably going to read it in the most sincere way as well. See, it's how you read them.
I have left many things unsaid in our relationship through the years. Rather than allow these unspoken thoughts to die with me, I've chosen to record them here for you. I hope you will take my words in the spirit in which they are intended.
The pauses.
I remember quite clearly the day you came home from the hospital. You can't imagine the joy on Mom's face. I can honestly say I never saw her happier.
It's the little glances he keeps taking at the committee. The pauses, the rereading. Acting like he's seeing this for the first time.
I'm sorry, I can't do this.
I was going to try to move you all with my brother's eloquent words. You know, pull on your heartstrings, but it's not right. This letter's between me and him, and it should stay that way. Listen, my brother Chuck, you knew him. He loved me in his own way. He loved me as a brother. And all my life, I wanted to make him proud. And he was not an easy man to make proud. You know, like climbing Everest without supplies. If you were one of the lucky few who reached that peak, even for a moment, if you made him proud, wow, what a feeling. And he let you know it too. But if you weren't one of those people, I mean, he was polite enough, but he did not suffer fools, you know? And he could be judgmental and difficult, and he knew how to get under your skin. Could be a real son of a bitch. Chuck was the one who was always right. Always.
He's still pulling on their heartstrings.
And usually he was. You know, so for a guy like me, I did lousy in school. I lacked ambition. I always cut corners. I mean, for me to live up to the standards of Charles McGill, I'll do everything in my power to be worthy of the name McGill. And if you decide I'm not a lawyer, doesn't matter. I'll still try to be the best man that I can be.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm lucky.
We have a winner.
I got this letter. I never had a chance to write him a letter and to tell him all the things that I should have. And I gotta believe that somehow he knows. Oh, that'll have to do it for me. Sorry. Thank you.
See,
I knew you could do it. I knew you
That
had
was
it in
so
you. I mean,
great.
yes, they have to reinstate you. Now, right? They just
Yeah,
have
did
to.
you see those suckers? That one asshole was crying. He had actual tears. Jesus, Kim.
I knew it.
I started reading the letter, and I just knew it wasn't, I could tell by their faces, it wasn't gonna be enough, right? So I just went off on this flow, you know.
Kim
I had
thought he
this
actually
energy
meant
going
it.
Through me, it was like improv or jazz, and then boom, I sunk the hook in. So lucky. I have this letter. God, I could see the Matrix, you know. I
Look
was
at the way Kim's
invincible.
looking
I
at
could
him.
Dodge bullets, baby.
He's like,
And
what
you
the
were right.
F?
You were right. It was all about Chuck.
I
The
thought
whole
you
time.
actually meant it. He pulled an act.
There's some good news.
Just believe me, I already know.
Oh, good. Then if you want to come with me to the office, there's some paperwork for you to sign.
Absolutely. Let's do this thing. Oh, and sweetheart, I'm gonna need one more form. DBA, because I'm not gonna be practicing under the name McGill, so.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just down the hall, we have all the forms.
Great.
Wait, Jimmy, what?
It's all good, man.
No! No! No, that was clutch. That was clutch. the way they incorporated the origin of the sword. No, whoa. No. The way they ended that episode in terms of like that final line meaning more than one thing is absolutely fantastic. And the way they rather decided to shift the camera or to cut to Kim and have the episode, they could have ended it right there as on "It's all good, man," and Jimmy pointing like that. It almost felt villainous in a way. Like the way he said it, it almost felt like he got away with it. Like it almost felt like as if the villain got away with it and he continues to do his mischievous things. Like he played everyone, he played the role, he played the part, he pulled on everyone's heartstrings, he won in the end, and he continues. He's back, baby, the return. It always felt like I said, it felt villainous in a way. Like it feels like Jimmy is the villain right there. I don't know why. It felt like that. And you had Kim, and it pulled to like a beautiful sort of like medium long shot, turning into a long shot of Kim as the camera panned away. And it just, Kim was just left flabbergasted. She's left stunned right there. And she's like, what the F just happened? Like, even like in the hearing right there, you saw Kim, and I think Jimmy got us as well. I felt like he hook, line, and sinkered the audience just as much as the committee, because I felt like as soon as he stopped reading the letter, which was the plan all along, I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's actually meaning this stuff. But it actually, deep down, it sucks to see this as someone who has a sibling. Like, especially seeing this happen right here after a sibling has passed, and seeing one take advantage of a sibling's death like this, knowing how it ended and knowing how he continues to act throughout the entire season about Chuck's death. Like, Chuck is almost, he's a distant memory. He might as well not be Jimmy's brother anymore. That's what it feels like to me. Especially like anyone that has a sibling can probably despise this right here. I despise this as someone who has a little brother. Whether you have a little brother, a little sister, an older sister, like, I despise seeing this, and I hope you guys probably relate to it as well in terms of like despising and having the same, like, it's entertaining. Obviously, it's crazy to see, and the show plays it off so well because how brilliantly acted it is, how well written it is. But you see that transition. That's it. Jimmy McGill is done. That's it. We're up to Saul now. It's so good, man. Like the way that that was a fantastic ending. The way he pulled off that smirk, the way he just said it with such confidence in the end right there. It's almost like that's it. Jimmy McGill and Charles McGill is a thing of the past. I'm reinstated as a lawyer, but it's a new chapter now. Everything is a distant memory right there. And Kim, if you want to come along with me, you can come along. But I don't think Kim is going to be able to stay with Jimmy after that. And if she does continue to stay with Jimmy, if she does continue to support him, it's going to be absolutely mental. Like, oh man, that was such a fantastic ending. I mean, you had the beautiful poetic death of Werner, and then you juxtapose it with such a villain. Like, it's meant to be a victory, but I felt like for others it's not a victory. There's no winners in this show. Jimmy might think that's a win, but we all know in the end there's probably going to be no winners. We all know how it goes down in Breaking Bad, how it comes full circle. There are no winners in this show. And I just love how the ending with Mike and Gus and Werner completely juxtaposes the ending with Jimmy. Oh man, you had such a beautiful poetic death with Werner, and I want to go revisit that scene. I just the creative nous and knack to think of, having a death scene like that and having it filmed that way is absolutely fantastic. It's just like, it was coming and we don't need to see it, but the way it was portrayed is absolutely fantastic. We don't need the blood splatter. We don't need the freaking gore. It was just, oh man, it's cinema. It's art. Like, when I see something like that, I just cannot help but appreciate it when something is so well cared, and something like when you see creative content and when like film content just so well taken care of, you appreciate it. It's absolutely fantastic, and this episode just summed it up. Like, it's absolutely outstanding. And I'm sorry if I haven't articulated my thoughts well this episode, and I'm sorry if I'm rambling on at the end, but I just cannot help myself but appreciate how well the finale that was, how well constructed it was, how well the ending of the two storylines juxtaposed one another. Oh man, it was absolutely fantastic. And I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. I cannot wait to edit this episode. I cannot wait to edit it. And I want to revisit this episode as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.